Welcome to Melee User Experience. Today we're going to start a series going through your settings. We're only going to cover the connections part, which is dealing with more so the Wi-Fi. Get specific with some of the things that we're going to talk about today. Because for one, that's one of the main things that you have to set your phone up with. And just want to highlight, make sure I highlight this part because I think it's one of the most neglected areas that we all are guilty of when it comes to setting up our phones. Now, when you first set up your phone, what's one of the one things that they always ask you to do? Connect to Wi-Fi. I connect to Wi-Fi on mine, as you can see, Avengers. That's obviously something that is a favorite of mine. But, once you connect to Wi-Fi, there's something called Wi-Fi calling. I actually have Wi-Fi calling on mine because that's something I've actually been using since it came out. I don't have the date of when it actually came out, but I want to say it was at least over 10 years ago that came out. And when it did, it was a lifesaver. I don't know about y'all, but for myself, being in different buildings, whether I'm at work or living in an apartment complex and you ain't got that good reception with your provider. So when they came out with Wi-Fi calling, instead of you having to have that antenna or whatever it is that your cell phone provider would give to you and you plug in and all that stuff or whatever and hook to the Wi-Fi calling was there to be able to help out just connecting to your regular modem or whatever you use for your Wi-Fi at your home. So Wi-Fi calling helps you with being able to have better service. And outside of that, the other thing that we use Wi-Fi for, I know I use it for, is connecting to a lot of my devices. For myself, I use my smart TVs. I connect, do mirroring. I mirror cast with my phone. There's times where I don't have my phone near me, and I may need to, see a phone call or something that's coming up or whatever, and I want to make sure that I get it. I might mirror my phone onto my TV so that way I have that connection. As far as like movies or anything, I'm able to cast a movie to the TV without me having to be in the room. If I need to do something with Coco Melon and make sure that it's still on, or play the next one because Netflix decided to stop and ask you, do you want to continue watching? I just go on and go to my phone and be able to hit play and then go from there. And I don't have to worry about going to the room, grabbing a remote, and trying to fumble with that. So I use Wi-Fi for a lot of things within my home. Other than that, you have Bluetooth. Bluetooth, I connect to everything and within my car. I make sure I connect my music and everything, phone calls, to my sound bars, to all of my Bluetooth headsets. I'm always connected, and sometimes you have to remember that you have to disconnect. But other than that, one of the things that you see on here is these quadrants. There's a feature on my phone called Music Share. I have a Fold 4. It's a Samsung Galaxy Fold 4. And I know Samsung, for the last couple of years, they've had the feature where I can actually connect two different Bluetooth devices to my phone. And I can actually utilize those and have somebody listening to something at the same time I'm listening to something. Or I can connect my sound bars, one in my office and then the other one in the living room. And I like the fact of being able to go in between rooms and still hear the same song that I want to hear. So I like that feature. You may not, or you may, but the one thing is I like to be able to have the option. So with that, one other thing that I do like is that I can actually sit and watch a movie with my wife and have it either on my tablet or on our phones and just be able to watch it and be able to watch it in real time together rather than doing like a share play that I know some different apps and different things allow you to be able to watch a movie at the same time on a different phone and you can be in a different location and you always got to worry about somebody, having a pause or whatever because they got to go for a bathroom break and then you can never sync up the time. So you have to tell the person, hey, I know you about 5, 10 minutes ahead of me. Don't tell me nothing that's going on. So I don't have to worry about that. We can just go and turn it on, watch the movie, listen to it, hear it at the same time, and then be able to talk about it at the end. So, but outside of the Bluetooth, we have NFC and contactless payments. Now, NFC, for those that don't know, is near field communication. So, for those of you that, use the credit card swiping devices and all that stuff, you use the credit card devices at the grocery store, you swipe your credit card. Same thing with this. The only thing is you're not fitting into that little slot. With this, I like how Samsung actually shows you what it is and how it does it, rather than you having to go to a video and then find out, okay, what does he mean? Put it next to the device and slide it next to it. Literally, it shows you what it is that it does. But for those of you that have Samsung Pay, Apple Pay, Google Wallet, Google Pay, whatever it is that they might be calling it now, you actually can use that when you're at the store. Now, for me, it was something that was very convenient. There's times where I would leave my wallet, I don't have my debit card on me or my credit card, and then I'm distraught. That means I got to go all the way back home and then go get my wallet, then go back to the store. One thing that I don't know about y'all, but it's always on my hip, is always my phone. I've always got that in my hand somewhere, or it's in my pocket. So, one time I went to the store, didn't have my wallet. Luckily, I had Samsung Pay active on my phone. I was able to use it at the grocery store, swipe it. Samsung Pay gave me a pin, put the pin in. I was able to get my groceries and be able to leave. That was a lifesaver. But since then, I don't know what it is with the card readers at the stores, but they haven't been working properly with it, so I haven't used it that much. So that's why I actually have it off. So, the reason why I want to show that, that's one of the things that were on when I first got my phone. This was already on. I turned that off because it's not something I have use of right now, and it's not something I'm going to use. That's one of the things and why I want to highlight with your phone. I know over here there's so many different categories and things that you can go through. And I know for us, one of the main things that we do, as soon as we get our phone, we put our Wi-Fi in, put in our accounts, our passwords, all that stuff, get our messages back from our old phone, get the phone numbers, get our music, then we have our apps, then we get our wallpaper, however we want to customize it, and then we off to the races and basically consuming content, listening to music, making phone calls, all that stuff. What I need you to do after watching this video, go through your phone. If you take just, I don't know, 2 minutes a day going through each little part of your phone with your settings and just explore. Do I use this? What does this mean? Click in it. Some things you can click in, some things is just okay, it's just either off or on. If you don't understand what it is, then basically learn about it. But I want you to do some homework, take your phone, go through the connections. Is there anything in here I'm not going to use? Get rid of it. Connected devices. Is there anything I don't have in here I'm not going to use? Get rid of it. Don't utilize it. Modes and routines. A lot of you don't know, but sometimes when you want to come home, you want your phone to do something specific. You don't want it to look like how it is when you're at work. You can change those things up, but the only way that you know is if you explore. So that's what we're going to do together. So today we're just covering the connections with the Wi-Fi and just those little areas, the mobile networks, the mobile hotspot. We're going to talk about that real quick. Mobile hotspot. Why do you need that? Well, for those of you that might be working from home, how many of you had your Wi-Fi basically cut off on you? It started doing whatever. Now all of a sudden you done dropped your VPN. Now you looking like, does that mean I gotta go to the office? So what can you do? If you have mobile hotspot on your phone, check with your provider. Make sure that you have that as a feature on your phone that you can actually use. Set it up. The reason why I'm not going to click on that one is because it's going to get my password. So set up your mobile hotspot, set up your password. Whenever it is, when you might be in a pinch where you need it, you can turn it on, connect your laptop, tablet, whatever it is that connects with Wi-Fi, you can connect it with your phone. Now, for me, life situation, on the road, well, at home, your kids got Wi-Fi on and everything. They can play their little games that they have. But when we're on the road, some of those games require a network. Instead of having them complain, why is my game not working? I can turn on my mobile hotspot, click it on, have it on for them for a little while. They can go and play their game, be satisfied. So it'll help you out in a pinch whenever you might need it. USB tethering, Bluetooth tethering, I haven't really done that or used that. It's not really something that I really think of really using because honestly, the mobile hotspot, I only have to use that every blue moon. So as far as looking into like the Bluetooth tethering, well, now that I'm talking to y'all about it, I might actually check it out myself and see what in the world it's about. Just like I'm telling y'all, check out your phone. There are certain features that I'm like, I ain't got interest in, but you know what? It might be interesting to know about what it can do. So I'll check it out and then I'll get back with y'all in another video. But I'll tell you one thing, Ethernet tethering, I really don't have any interest in that one. If anybody has used that or is using it, let me know in the comments what you get from it. I will look into it a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be a feature that I need at all. But outside of that, one other thing I will say, data roaming. That's something that you'll see when you go like to mobile networks. Data roaming, I have that on my phone because I was working in an area where it didn't really have good reception. And so with data roaming, it would pick up on different cell towers. Whether it's Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, whoever. It basically would pick up on their tower if I'm not getting my reception like I need to. And then whatever data fees and all that stuff would, just come to me as a bill. Luckily, with my plan, data roaming is involved. I have it, so I don't have to worry about that. But make sure you check with your provider, see if you have data roaming, so that way when you have those situations where you're not having service, see if you're able to use that and, boost your signal with your phone. But outside of that, that's all for the Wi-Fi calling and everything in the Bluetooth. We'll get into the next video I look forward to doing will be on sound with your phone. Now, I'm not even talking about the sound when you talk about, okay, do I want to do the equalizer, put some treble in it, get the bass up, get the highs, get the lows? No, I'm not even talking about that. What I'm talking about is there's a feature in the sounds area that I didn't even know until about what, 2 or 3 years ago. And I don't even think a lot of people even know about the feature to be able to enhance their hearing when they're making phone calls or even when they're hearing their music. So that'll be our next video. I'm challenging myself to basically go and do a video every other day. So we're going to do that. I'm telling you right now. So that's what I'm going to do. So dropping this video today. And then the next video will be, so let me see, today is Wednesday. No, Tuesday. Yeah, I gotta get my days straight. Today is Tuesday, so I'm gonna drop the next video on Thursday, and we're gonna have the sound. So you'll get to see what I'm talking about. So tune in. Look forward for y'all. Look forward to seeing y'all. Definitely get into the comments, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon. Take care.